Good afternoon, dear students. I am Dr. Deshmukh Amol Jagannath, working as Assistant Professor at College of Agriculture, Navsari Agricultural University, Vadai, Gujarat. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture in the subject Introductory Plant Nematology of second semester BSc Honors Agriculture. The topic of the course is morphology, general characteristics and biology of plant pathogenic nematodes. So we start with observing typical plant parasitic female and male nematode. So here you can see mouth, stylet, esophagus, cuticle, intestine, anus and tail. These are the common things which are present both in female as well as male nematode. However, in case of female, the reproductive system contain ovary and vagina, while in case of male nematode, it contains testis and spicule. One more thing I want to pinpoint here, that here is one outer layer which is present on the nematode and it is called as cuticle. It is highly sclerotized structure and it is called as outer body tube of the nematode. Second, from the stylet to the anus, all the other systems, these are suspended inside outer tube and this is called as inner tube of the nematode. So here third thing which is important one, in case of male nematode, here is one opening and it is the common opening of male reproductive system as well as male digestive system. That is anus and spicule opening is present at a single place. This place is called as cloaca. So it is the difference between female and male nematode. Whereas in female, the anus and vagina or vulva, which is the opening of vagina, these are different one. Dear students, please keep attention towards each and every word of me so that you can get idea about the morphology of these nematodes. So this is the second figure of female nematode. Here we can see some of the other organs which are present in the nematode. So here at the mouth region there are lips. So lips are present in each and every animal. So the nematode is also having lip. Second, it is having a stylet. So stylet is nothing but the piercing organ which is useful for ingestion purpose at the time of infestation and for absorbing the food material from the host plants. Here there are the knob like structures at the base of stylet. These are called as stylet knob. Then here is this region, it is called as esophagus. It is called as esophagus, which contains three parts. One is procarpus, which is preceded by a valve or a bulb like structure. It is called as metacarpus or median bulb. Then it is preceded by a organ which is called as isthmus, on which there is presence of another system of the nematode, that is nerve ring. So it is central nervous system from which number of longitudinal nerves are passing away throughout the body parts of the nematode. Then below this there is basal bulb is present and After the basal bulb, there is presence of cardia which enters into the intestine of nematode. So all this is about the esophagus, and then the intestine, this one, that is shown by the point 1. So this is the intestine of the nematode which enters into the rectum, and at the external it there is a pore, it is called as anus. So this is all about the digestive system which is started from this stylet or mouth to the anus. Then second system is nervous system, which is present as a comma shape or circular shape to that of esophagus, and that is why it is called as circumesophageal nerve ring or circumpharyngeal nerve ring, because esophagus and pharynx, these are the two common words we are using for this esophagus. And this act as a central nervous system because the number of longitudinal nerves are passes or present throughout the body part of the nematode. Then third system, it is excretory system, which is present as a pore. It is called as excretory pore, and it is present ventrally to the nematode. Then there is presence of reproductive system. So in the reproductive system of the nematode, there is presence of ovary which produces the ovum, which is called as gonad, or we may say it as a egg, which passes through a duct. After the duct, there is presence of a reservoir or sac like structure. This is called as spermatheca. Here it is present to the both the side, that is ovary is also present to both the side, anterior ovary and posterior ovary. So there are different types of ovaries are there, we will see later. So spermatheca contains numbers of spores. So these ovum or eggs are passes through spermatheca which get fertilized, and then they come into this passage. This passage is called as uterus. So uterus is the passage where egg develop or egg maturation takes place, and after maturation the egg hatch and it gives rise to the birth of juvenile second. It means juvenile first occurred mainly in or develop in the egg itself. So vulva, it is the opening, it is the opening of vagina or external opening of the vagina. So it gives birth to juvenile second, or it may be act as a passage for insertion of spicule. So it is the part or reproductive part of the male which is useful for insertion and deposition of the sperms in the female. Then some of the other parts we can see here, it is phasmid or hemizonoid. So these are the structures which are act as a sensory structure. So some of the lateral lines or some of the projections, lateral, ventral are there, we will see these later. So I have given all these points in theoretical way. So you can see what is stylet. It is nothing but a piercing apparatus of the plant parasitic nematode, which is usually consist of slender hollow tube with anterior cone and posterior shaft or knobs. What is stylet knob? So swelling at the base of nematode stylet is called as stylet knob. Then procarpus, the anterior subdivision or portion, usually cylindrical part of the nematode corpus, is called as procarpus. Metacarpus or median bulb, the posterior subdivision or portion, usually circular or oval part of the nematode corpus, preceded by procarpus, it is called as median bulb or metacarpus. Then isthmus, the segment between the median bulb and basal bulb of the pharynx, where the nerve ring is located, is called as isthmus. Nerve ring, circumesophageal or circumpharyngeal arrangement of nerve ganglia around the esophagus or pharynx of the nematode, it is called as nerve ring. Then excretory pore, the ventral opening of the excretory system through which excretory or waste products are emitted out from the nematode body. Esophagus or pharynx, the part of the alimentary canal which connects the throat or stoma to the stomach and intestine. And cardia, the upper opening of the stomach where the esophagus enters, is called as cardia. So here you can see all these parts. This is stylet, this is stylet knob. Anterior part of this corpus, it is called as procarpus. Procarpus is preceded by median bulb or metacarpus. After this metacarpus, there is a basal bulb. Between basal bulb and isthmus, basal bulb and median bulb, there is part, it is called as isthmus, on which there is presence of nerve ring is there. There is one pore which is present ventrally to that of isthmus, and it is called as excretory pore, which act as a excretory system. Then here after basal bulb there is cardia, which opens into the intestine, and then this whole part, it is called as intestine. So we will see from the intestine. So what is intestine? Intestine is a simple tube composed of a single layer of epithelial cells in which digestion of food takes place. Then testis, an organ which produces spermatozoa, male reproductive cell. So it is present mainly in male nematode. Then spicule, it is sclerotized needle-like mating structure of the male nematode, which serve to open the vulva of females and facilitate the transmission of sperm. Cloaca, in the male, a common chamber is present for the opening of reproductive system as well as digestive system, and it is exterior via anus. So it is called as cloaca. Then bursa or caudal. So these are the wing-like expansions which are present at the base of this spicule, and these are useful for the female attachment while, or for holding the female while reproduction. Then spermatheca, the enlarged portion of the female reproductive system which functions as a reservoir in receiving and holding sperms from the male. Uterus, a region of the oviduct modified to a function as a place of development or sometimes for egg maturation. Then vagina, it is a canal lined with cuticle connecting the uterus or the oviejector with the vulva. So vulva and oviejector or uterus, it completely known as vagina. Then vulva, it is the external opening of the vagina, which is useful for giving birth to the juvenile or for insertion of spicule while copulation. Then vas deferens, the duct which conveys the sperms from the testicle to the urethra, it is called as vas deferens. So in case of male, there is vas deferens which passes or conveys the sperms, while in case of female, it is spermatheca where the sperms are present. So for the sperms of males are present in the vas deferens, while sperms are present in the female in the spermatheca. You must have to keep in mind. Then the anus, it is the extremity of the rectum, the posterior opening of the alimentary canal, it is called as anus. So here we can see from intestine. So this is the intestine, and which opens externally at end with anus. Here it is the part called as rectum. Then second, in case of reproductive system, it is ovary, which produces ovum or eggs. Then here it is oviduct, which passes ovum or eggs. Here there is this one and this one. It is spermatheca, which contain the sperms which are stored after the copulation of male into female, and these eggs are passed through this spermatheca. So sperms are attached to the egg and they get fertilized, and after that they come into the uterus where egg development or egg maturation takes place, and from this vulva the birth of juvenile second takes place, as juvenile first is developed within the egg itself. So vulva, it is external opening of the vagina, it is a slit like pore. So all this is about this female. So in your exam one may ask to describe all the female parts, or they may ask to sketch a well labeled diagram of female nematode. So you must have to draw out this diagram, as it contains all the parts of this female. Then in case of male, here mouth, then stylet knob, then procarpus, it is preceded by metacarpus, which is preceded by this isthmus on which nerve ring is present, and there are some of the glands are present on the esophagus. These are dorsal gland or dorsoesophageal glands, or two subventral glands. So three glands are present. We will see later the uses of these glands. Then there is bulb, it is called as terminal bulb or basal bulb. Then it opens into the intestine by means of a organ, it is called as cardia. So after that, in case of reproductive system, we observe here there are testes. So what is the function of testis? Testis produces spermatozoa, which gives rise to production of sperms. So sperms are passing through the seminal vesicle, and while copulation these are passes through this spicule and inserted into the or injected into the vulva of the female, and then carried out and stored in the spermatheca of female. So here are some wing like expansions are present, these are called as bursa. However, there is also presence of gubernaculum, which is at the base of spicule and which directs the movements of spicule while copulation. So this is the tail. So dear students, in your exam one may ask the questions to enlist out different parts or organs in the male nematode and describe it, or they may ask to draw out a well sketched diagram of male nematode. So you must have to keep in mind this figure, as it contains all the parts of male nematode. Then once again we will see each and every part in detail. So this is all about the esophagus, or we may call as pharynx. So in pharynx or esophagus, there is first part, it is called as procarpus, which is preceded by median bulb, bulb like structure, circular structure, it is called as metacarpus. Then it is preceded by a organ which is isthmus, which is present between basal bulb and metacarpus. and where there is presence of nerve ring. So number of glands are also present in esophagus. So this is all about the pharynx. Then stylet. If you see, there are two types of stylet. One is stomatostylet or another is odontostylate. So in case of stomatostylet, there is presence of knob, while in case of odontostylate, these knobs are replaced with flat structure. That is, it is called as flange. So it is the difference between these two stylate. So stomatostylate is present mainly in group Tylenchida. So here is a figure, very simple figure, which is drawn by students, which is also available online. So here once again we recall mouth, buccal cavity, procarpus, metacarpus, isthmus, basal bulb, cuticle, testis, intestine, vas deferens, spicula and anus, common opening, it is called as cloaca. So it is hand gut, it is mid gut, and this is foregut. So this is the male nematode. Here one word is there, pseudocele. So it is nothing but just a cavity in which is not as per that of higher animals, and that is why it is called as pseudocoelom or false coelom here. Then there is second figure. It is also very simple figure of female nematode, which contain mouth, buccal cavity, corpus, cuticle, isthmus, basal bulb, cardia, intestine, ovary. Juveniles are also present here. Vagina, gonopore. The word is gonopore. So gonopore is nothing but the vulva. Seminal receptacle, or it is, we may call it as spermatheca. So here is hindgut, which there is presence of anus. So here you can see the difference, or the main point is that the anal opening as well as vaginal opening, these are at different points. So here it is the difference between male and female nematode. So we have seen number of figures. So I think you can easily draw out these figures with well labeling the sketch. So here I want to explain one thing, that nematodes are triploblastic one. So what is triploblast? So organism having a body derived from the embryonic cell layers, and these layers are three, that is ectoderm, mesoderm or endoderm. So whenever zygote is formed after the mating of male sperm cell and female egg cell, it will get segmented, and it is a hollow ball like structure. It is called as blastula, and this blastula is converted into the gastrula. During gastrulation, cells move into the interior of the embryo, and these are forming three different cell layers, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, which get converted into different types of systems. So that's why the nematodes are triploblastic. We are calling it has a triploblastic one. So all the features or all the morphological characters we have studied well. On the basis of all these characters, we are in conclusion to give general characteristic of the nematode. So in your exam, the question may be asked to enlist out the general characteristic of nematode. So the nematode possess elongate, unsegmented, cylindrical or worm-like body tapering toward both the ends. It is unciliated, so no hair-like projections or structures are there, and circular in cross section. So elongated body we have seen. It is unsegmented. What does it mean? If we observe the insects, these are having segments, but in case of nematode, the body, it is not having any segment. That is why it is called as unsegmented body. If we divide the nematode body vertically, then it will be symmetrical. So that is why it is called as bilaterally symmetrical. So these are triploblastic in nature. The nematodes are present everywhere, whether it is aquatic condition, whether it is terrestrial condition, and these may be parasitic or free living. The nematode is having external body wall, and it is called as outer body tube, which is called as cuticle, and it is the secretion of hypodermal cell. Then terminal oral aperture is mouth, which is surrounded with lips, and the lips are having papillae, we will see. Then digestive system consists of feeding apparatus, that is stylet, esophagus, intestine, rectum and anus. So nematode body consists of two tubes, outer body tube and inner body tube. The nervous system consists of circumesophageal nerve ring or circumpharyngeal nerve ring and number of longitudinal nerves which are present throughout the body part of the nematode. Nematode is having primitive excretory system. Why it is called as primitive? Because it contains only a pore like structure. There is no ciliated structures or cilia or hair like structures are present on the body of nematodes. So it is devoid of protonephridial cilia or metanephridial funnel. The circulatory system we have not seen, as well as the respiratory system we don't have seen. So the circulatory and respiratory systems are completely absent in the nematode. The females have separate genital pore and males have a common opening known as cloaca and well developed copulatory apparatus which is called as spicule and gubernaculum. The females are oviparous, means they deposit or they gives eggs, or ovoviviparous, first produce eggs and from that eggs the zygote or the fetus may develop, or they may direct give birth to the fetus. It is called as viviparous. The cleavage is terminate and growth is accompanied by molting. So molting is the common feature in the nematode. There are 4 molts are occurred, egg, 4 molts which gives rise to birth to juvenile 1, juvenile 2, juvenile 3, juvenile 4 and adult. And the nematode life cycle is direct. There are 4 juvenile stages. So these are some of the general characteristics. So number of other characteristics you may include, as we have studied very well about all the morphological features of this nematode. So now we will learn about the outer body tube and inner body tube. So outer body tube is nothing but the cuticle. which contain cuticle, hypodermis and stomatic muscles. The body wall protects the nematode from harsh external environment. It also serves as exoskeleton. It provides the mechanism for movement of the organism through the soil and plant tissue. The body wall contains nervous system or nerve cells and secretory or excretory system cells, and it plays role in the exchange of gases. So one may ask a short note on cuticle or exoskeleton. The cuticle is non-living, non-cellular. It is having triple layer and it is secreted by underlying hypodermal cells. The cuticle is flexible. It covers entire body and lines esophagus, vulva, anus, cloaca, excretory pore and sensory organs. So almost all the body parts of the nematode, these are lined with this cuticle. The stylet and copulatory spicules are formed from the cuticle. The cuticle of nematode having marking on the surface. They are varied and complex and have been often used by taxonomists to assist their identification. The cuticular markings are categorized into different types, such as if there is punctuations, then it is called as punctuation. If there is transverse markings, then it is called as striations. If it is longitudinal marking, then it is called as longitudinal markings. And these are the markings through which cuticular protein may be transported. So what are the different functions of cuticle? So cuticle gives definite shape and size to the nematode. It acts as an exoskeleton. It helps in movement. Being semi-permeable, it regulates permeability and provides important taxonomic characters for identification of the nematode. So we will see here how cuticle is made up of. So these are hypodermal cells where here is cuticle. Mainly the cuticle is made up of structural proteins. These are keratin, collagen and matricin. Here there is absence of chitin, which is mainly present in the insect body. So these all are the points of the cuticle. Once again we repeat it. So cuticle is non-cellular, it is tough also, and it is also elastic. It is act as a exoskeleton. It regulates permeability, exchange gases. It regulates body growth. It helps in the locomotion of nematode. It play role in respiration. It play role in excretion. It molds for 4 times and consists of different structural proteins. So one must have to remember that chitin is absent in the cuticle of nematode. So dear students, in your exam, one may ask about the outer body tube as a long questions, or it may act as a small question there. You can see here the cuticle. Then second body tube, it is inner body tube, which consists of 3 parts: stomatium, mesenteron and proctodium. So in case of stomatium, this is anterior portion. Mesenteron, it is mid portion. Proctodium, it is anal portion or it is terminal portion of the nematode. So stomatium consists of oral aperture, buccal cavity, esophagus and cardia. So oral aperture it is nothing but the mouth. So here it is our mouth. It is buccal cavity. Esophagus means this food canal, and this then cardia is come there. Cardia is nothing but the esophago-intestinal valve, which is present just above the intestine. From that only intestine starts, and all these parts come in foregut. So stomatium is called as foregut. Then second part is mesenteron. It is called as midgut. It contains intestine. Then third part is proctodium, which is called as hindgut. And in this terminal part, there is presence of rectum and anus. So here in this figure, it is the mouth where these are the lips. So two subventral, two subdorsal, and two sublateral. These are the papillae which are present on these lips. So let us discuss the inner body tube in detail, or digestive system in detail. So it is divided into three regions: stomatium, mesenteron, and proctodium. Stomatium contains stoma, buccal cavity or esophagus. Mesenteron contains intestine or midgut. Proctodium contains rectum and anal opening or hindgut. So what is stomatium? It contains, first part is stoma. So it is the portion lying between oral opening and esophagus. The stomatal opening is a small and slit-like and is surrounded by 6 lips, 2 subdorsal, 2 subventral, and 2 lateral lips are present. Plant parasitic nematode are armed with a protestable stylet, which is usually hollow and functions like a hypodermic needle. Stylet with basal knob are called as stomatostylet, which is present in Tilenchida, and the stylet without basal knob are called as odontostylet or onchostylet, which is present in Dorilamida. So in previous figure we have already seen the stoma. So this is the stoma where there are 6 lips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on which papillae are present. From this region the stylet is present. So this is the stylet, knobbed stylet. It is called as stomatostylet, which is not having knob, there is flat structure. It is called as odontostylet. So this stomatostylet is present in Tilenchida, whereas odontostylet is present in Dorilamida group of nematodes. You must have to keep in mind this point. Then second part of this stomatium is esophagus or pharynx. So esophagus is a muscular organ attached to the posterior portion of the stylet, lines with the cuticle. The esophagus is divided into narrow anterior procarpus, broad posterior corpus, followed by a broad muscular median bulb or pump, a narrow isthmus, a gland lobe. The esophagus have valve at the posterior end which prevents the regurgitation of food. So I have already explained all these things, but even though here we can see this is all about the esophagus. So first body part or corpus, it is called as procarpus, which is preceded by a median bulb, it is called as metacarpus, and which is preceded by a bulb which is called as posterior bulb or basal bulb. Between this posterior bulb or basal bulb and median bulb there is presence of isthmus where nerve ring is present. So all this is about the esophagus. This is buccal cavity where there is presence of these stylets. So the intestine start from here where there is presence of cardia. or dorsoesophageal opening. Then second part is mesenteron or intestine or midgut. So the nematode intestine is a simple hollow tube. It is a simple hollow tube. You can see here. This is all about intestine. It contains single layer of epithelial cells. The intestine is generally divided into anterior or ventricular region, the mid-intestinal region and the posterior or prerectal region, which merge into each other without any perceptible boundary. So it is just a straight tube. There is no boundary in the intestine, and these intestines are both secretory as well as absorptive in function. The whole intestine is separated from pseudocoelom by a basement membrane. The food moves in the intestine by ingestion of more food and also by locomotory activity of nematode. So whenever food is taken by this nematode, as there is no any boundary in this intestine, whenever excess food is injected in the intestine, it will come this terminal side, otherwise it will remain at this side only. Or at the time of locomotion, when the movement of this nematode occurs, the food will pass to the this side, and these all the cells which are present, these functions are as the absorptive cell or secretory cells. So they absorb the food material and provide to whole body. So this is about the mesenteron or intestine or midgut. So you have to keep in mind, one may ask the questions about explaining this term, or one may ask long questions. Then third one is proctodium. So proctodium comprises rectum and anus. The intestinal tube is connected with narrow small tube at the posterior end through a valve known as rectum. So here there is narrow valve, it is called as rectum. After rectum there is anus. It regulates the food of undigested material, flow of undigested material, which is to be passed outside the nematode body through ventrally located aperture known as anus. In male nematode, rectum joins with the hind part of the testis, forming a common opening known as cloaca. So we have already discussed about this cloaca one. So this is all about proctodium. So dear student, one may ask a long question to explain inner body tube of the nematode. So you must have to enlist all these points first, and then you have to explain each and every point with figures. So it is very easily understandable. So you just understand these things. You must keep your attention towards my word. So now we will see some of the glands which are present in the nematode. So here are, first we can see here some of the glands. So here are some esophageal glands are present. So there are two subventral esophageal glands are present. It means if there is esophagus, then two subventral. First, you will see there are four sides of the nematode. First one is ventral side. Ventral side, which is the ventral side? This one is ventral side. The back side, it is posterior or dorsal side, and this one, these two sides, these are the lateral side. So subventral gland, what does it mean? So these glands are present at this ventral position but at this location. So 2 subventral glands and 1 dorsal esophagus gland, means at back position. So this is dorsal, this is ventral position, this is dorsal position. So this gland is dorsal esophageal gland and these glands are 2 subventral glands. So ventrally present, but one is at this side and second is at this side. So let us see the functions of this esophageal gland. So it is, these are the glands, 3 glands which are uninucleated one gland on dorsal and 2 are ventrolateral or subventral in position. The gland connect with the lumen of esophagus. The esophageal glands have important role in hatching host penetration and also establishment of host parasitic relationship. So the secretion of these esophageal glands are important in hatching host penetration and it is also important for establishment of host parasitic relationship. Then second one is rectal glands. So these glands are present mainly in rectum, which produces a copious gelatinous mucopolysaccharide matrix, and it acts as a sac or it acts as a reservoir which protect the eggs in the adverse condition. So female generally excrete these types of gelatinous mucopolysaccharide matrix in which the eggs of these females were protected. So functions of digestive system are: digestive system juices secreted from dorsal esophageal glands. These are injected into the host gland cell by means of stylet. During feeding, a distinct zone develops. So while feeding the nematode, they puncture at that point, and at that point there is presence of zone. There is presence of a circular zone around the feeding site. So there are 2 type of feeding phases. One is injection phase or salivation phase. During this phase, the flow of salivary juices into the host cell occurs due to contraction of lateral muscle of median bulb. Second, ingestion phase. During this phase, rhythmical contraction occurs of the stylet. Rhythmic contraction occurs of the stylet, and it is due to posterior part of the esophagus associated with the median bulb. So this is all about the glands of this nematode. So this is the figure, you can see dorsal gland to subventral gland, procarpus, metacarpus, all these things once again. So dear student, it is one of the very important figure, I can say. We cannot zoom out it, but I have got it on the internet. So you must observe this figure with zooming out it by getting it on internet. So all the parts of this nematodes are well sketched. So you must have to keep in mind all the things. So foregut, midgut, hindgut, so pharynx, part of the pharynx, intestine, part of the reproductive systems, and each and everything, even seminal vesicle or vas deferens. Easily they have given all the things here. So you must have to obtain this figure so that you can get the idea about whole morphological parameters of the nematode. So one may ask the questions about the glands in your exam. Now we will see the biology of plant parasitic nematode. First observe this figure. So what is biology? It is nothing but the study of life cycle. The life cycle of plant parasitic nematode is very simple and it is direct. In all, there are 6 stages are present in life cycle of nematode. These 6 stages are the egg, the first stage larva or juvenile 1, second stage larva or juvenile 2, third stage larva or juvenile 3, the fourth stage larva or juvenile 4, and the adult. The first 4 stages are the immature stages and are known as juvenile stages. The female lay egg in the soil or in plant tissues, singly or in groups as egg mass. They hatch out into larvae, which are almost similar to the adult in appearance, but reproductive system is not developed in this larva. The first mole occur within the egg cell. The second stage juvenile comes out by the rupturing egg cell. From the juvenile J3, the sexual differentiation occurs. After that, J4 and adult stages are formed. So this is all about the life cycle of this nematode. So there are 6 life stages, 4 molds and 4 juvenile stages are there. So let us take one example to understand the life cycle easily. One may ask the life cycle of any one nematode. So we have taken here root knot nematode. It is scientifically known as Melodogyne incognita. So it is one of the very important nematode. It is sedentary endoparasitic in nature. So what is sedentary? Sedentary is nothing but the sessile. Endoparasitic means when they insert in the root, they remain there. At that particular place only they remain there as attachment or they remain as a sessile. That is why these are called as sedentary endoparasite nematode. Male of this nematode are vermiform. These are not parasitic. Females embedded inside galls. It lay eggs in groups about 200 to 400 eggs in a gelatinous matrix which is secreted by rectal glands. So the eggs are oval in shape. Pre-embryonic stage, that is juvenile stage 1, is developed in egg itself, while post-embryonic development, that is from juvenile second to egg laying, these are formed outside the nematode body. So there are 4 molds and 4 juvenile stages are present. So after juvenile 1, first mold occur, which gives rise to juvenile 2. Second mold gives rise to juvenile 3. Third mold gives rise to juvenile 4, and fourth mold gives rise to adult. So one must have to keep in mind there are 4 molds, 4 juvenile stages, 6 life stages. After first mold, juvenile second occur. Second mold gives rise to juvenile third. Third mold gives rise to juvenile 4, and fourth mold gives rise to adult. One may ask objective question in your exam. That is why I have explained here. The hatching of egg takes place in water, so no stimuli are required in case of root knot nematode. Otherwise there are number of nematode species which require stimuli. So juvenile second stage is infective stage in case of root knot nematode. In general also juvenile second stage it is infective one. Pre-parasitic juvenile 2 attracts toward the roots due to root exudates. So root exudates are the responsible for attraction of the nematode. So juvenile 2 penetrates the roots behind root tip. These are move into roots and take position near to the vascular tissues. At that place they become sessile. So you can see here these are inserted inside and they become sessile, and that's why the root knot nematodes are called as sedentary endoparasitic nematode. So G and cells are formed due to hypertrophy and hyperplasia. So what is hypertrophy? It is nothing but the elongation in cell size or increase in cell size or increase in cell number, means hyperplasia. It occurs due to stimulation of the nematode feeding. They become swollen and known as parasitic J3. Sex differentiation occur in juvenile 3. Female acquire V-shaped genital primordium, while in male I-shaped genital primordium is formed. So let us explain. So this is the female and this is the male. You can see here this is ovary or spermatheca, uterus, vulva. So this organ is just like a V shape, and that is why V shape primordium is present in case of female nematode, while in case of male this is as like as I shape. That is why it is called as I shape primordium. So I think you have get clear cut idea about this. One may ask in your exam, that is why I have specially explained with figure. Juvenile 3 and juvenile 4 are not feeding because they don't have stylet. So see, juvenile second stage is infective one. After molt 4, adult female become sac like. So in general sexual dimorphism is occurred in nematode species. Male are vermiform one, but female there is variation in their shape and size. They may be kidney shape, they may be pear shape, they may be soccer shape, globular shape, cyst shape. So there are number of shapes are there, we will see later while studying reproductive system. So after molting 4, adult female becomes sac like, stylet reappear, reproductive system fully developed. Juvenile 4 males are vermiform, come out from the roots. Life cycle completed in about 25 days at 25 to 30 degree centigrade temperature. If the temperature minimizes, the life cycle will be prolonged up to 68 days. So if there is winter season, then the life cycle will be about 60 to 68 days. So 7 to 8 generations are completed in the year. So this is all about the life cycle of root knot nematode. So once again we will see female embedded inside galls, lay eggs, 4 molds occur, 4 stages and 1 adult stage occur. So there are 6 life stages. Juvenile second stage is infective one, which get attracted toward the root exudates, penetrate behind the root tip, move in the roots, take position at vascular tissue, become sessile, feed at that place, hypertrophy and hyperplasia occur. That's why giant cells are occurred, galls are occurred, or knots are formed. Become swollen, J3 stage occur. Sexual differentiation is occurred in this J3 stage, which gives rise to V-shaped genital primordium in female, while I-shaped genital primordium in male. J3 and J4 are not feeding because they don't have stylet. Stylet reappear in female, and in this way the life cycle is formed, and about 7 to 8 generations are completed in a year. So if there is summer season or 25 to 30 degree centigrade temperature, the root knot nematode completes their life cycle in 25 days. If temperature is below 25, or if it is in winter season, then it may be prolonged up to 60 to 68 days. So this is all about the well-labeled sketch of this root knot nematode life cycle. We can see here. So this is the juvenile stage second, which is attracted towards root exudates. Behind the root tip, they infect, insert at the cortex. Establishment of feeding site in vascular system takes place. They molt in third stage juvenile, then fourth stage juvenile, then young females are formed. Egg formation takes place in healthy female, and healthy female releases eggs. So after release of eggs, once again the cycle will be formed. So 7 to 8 generations are formed likewise. So one may ask about biology or life cycle of the root knot nematode or general nematode. So you may explain with this figure easily. So you must have to remember all these points of the morphology, general characteristics, and biology of nematode. So dear friend, I think you have got the idea about general morphology, general characteristics, and biology of nematode. So I will come next by taking the lecture on all the different types of system of nematode in next class. If any suggestions about this class you have, you please comment. I will incorporate the same, because I have tried for making video for first time, and I am thankful to my Navsari Agriculture University. Thank you so much.